Welcome to Forsyth County News Football Media Day. I'm Derrick Richemond, the sports reporter. Here you have an opportunity to listen to players and coaches on their thoughts and expectations for the upcoming season. Right now, I'm joined by head coach of the Forsyth War Eagles, Coach Morris. How about you tell us who you brought with you and why you chose those specific athletes to represent the War Eagles?
Well, we'll start down here on the far end. We've got Cooper Lowe, offensive guard, defensive end for us. Next to him is Cade Acock. He's our quarterback. To my left, we have Cade Jackie, who plays tight end. And then at the very end, we've got Cole Yeager. He plays safety for us and tailback. And then I chose these guys. Mainly when we do this, I like to pick seniors, so these guys all qualify with that. Plus, they all have had an incredible offseason for us, really done a good job leading us. And since last season, when offseason started, they've done everything and more that we've asked of them.
Now, Coach, explain to our viewers, what does football season mean for the War Eagles?
It's just an exciting time of the year. You know, it's almost year-round now with how much we work out and the emphasis we put on it in the off-season. And we just get excited about it, a chance to go out and compete. And in Forsyth County, it's always fun because a lot of these kids know each other. And I think that just generates even more excitement, and these guys get fired up for the season to start.
Now, Coach, looking at your schedule, after you face Lanier, you have 4 straight home games. I recall a game against Forsyth Central, and in the fourth quarter started, you guys had the flashlight out, and then you was lighting up the crowd. What can we expect from the War Eagles to defend their home turf this season?
Well, last year, that 6-week stretch was all road games, so it's been flipped. So that was a tough stretch for us last year, just traveling that much. I think our kids held up great, but this year, having it flipped and being at home is just, I think it's a big advantage for us. Mentally, if not, any other advantage. But at home, we've started the tradition of at the start of the fourth quarter, all the lights go out. They play that Sweet Caroline and raise their lights up with their phones, which is really cool. Feeds a lot of energy into the stadium. It's kind of a neat tradition. And then, of course, our big scoreboard up there that they do a lot of things to excite the crowd on. It's just the home field advantage like that. My favorite is the eagle screeching. I know a lot of the people don't like it, but we love it because it means we're doing something good out there. Just all of those things, man. It just makes high school football fun, and when you're at home, you get to do some little things like that. That's your little niche, and those are ours that we really get excited about.
Now, especially the War Eagles fans that are watching, what has made the War Eagles a hard team to compete with?
It's our players, how much they love each other and care for each other. I think a big emphasis in our program is to play for something bigger than ourselves, to be selfless, and our kids are competitors. They work as hard as we possibly could ask them to work. They believe in what the coaches are telling them. And at the end of the day, I think that they believe just in team. We're not about a bunch of individuals. We're about each other. And I think that when you have a good football team that, week in and week out, you're hard to beat.
No, you guys are seniors. What made this team different from last year's?
I think we personally, we just have a lot of drive and connection with each other. And we all really bond well together.
Yeah, I definitely think the chemistry this year is a little better. Us receivers and quarterbacks, after I stopped playing baseball, we've been going at it since around January. So, yeah, just getting that chemistry with the receivers and off-season's been great.
I would say it's our will to just go out and work, not even just working in practice and stuff, going out, extra work, going to the gym, going to the field, getting extra running in. That's basically pretty much it.
I'll say the leadership has been passed down to us, so that's a big role for us now seniors. So it's a new part of the team for us.
Now, for the offensive guys, what are the War Eagles' offense looking like?
It's just we're gonna score points, we're gonna get touchdowns.
We've had a lot of positions being replaced this year, and there's a lot of people that have stepped up and some big shoes to fill, and I think we're going to do very well with those new players coming in.
I think we're very explosive at the receiver position. We got Cade over here, Dash, Harrison Spencer, just a lot of names to call, and line's protecting great. So, yeah.
I'm looking forward to it because this is people we've grown up playing with, and it's just exciting to play.
Now, is there a particular game you guys have circled on your calendar that maybe left some bad blood after the game, or maybe an upcoming rivalry?
It's mainly just whoever we play next and the next week.
Yeah, we don't like any of these region teams, so it's just the next one.
Yeah, I would say pretty much just focus on the game next week, but there are a couple teams in the region. I won't say any names, but there are a few we gotta look out for this year.
Every team you play, you want to beat them. just want to win. But there's region games definitely want to win there.
Now, let's say you guys do get a region win, which you guys will pop. What would you say the best place to go after a big win like that to eat?
I'll probably Taco Mac, give me some boneless wings.
I would say going to Waffle House right down the street. You can't go wrong there.
Kate stole mine. Nothing like Waffle House after a win.
Yeah, I was gonna go to Waffle House right with him.
Now, for the players, how high are the expectations this season to excel?
I think we kind of do our own thing and make a name for ourselves.
What's the question?
How high are the expectations for you guys to excel this season?
Oh, they're always gonna be high. You know, with our playoff streak. You know, we haven't missed the playoffs in I don't know how many years. You know, but just doing our own thing and just be confident every game.
Yeah, I would say our expectations are very high with just our work ethic, giving 100% every play. Like, I think we have very high expectations of excelling this year.
Just like they said, we have very high expectations. We want to win, want to come for that region championship.
Now, Coach, as a sports reporter and as well for the fans that are watching, are there any faces that are going to catch people's eye this summer except for the group you brought here today?
Yeah, I'm confident there's going to be quite a few new faces that are going to show up this year during the season. It's hard to go through and know for sure. We have some guys that have dealt with a lot of injuries throughout their careers at South that most of them have gotten healthy at this point, or they're still in the healing process but close, that I think that have a lot of potential to jump on the scene. We've got some other guys that made some marks last year, you know, some other guys, and I would miss people if I name them, but there's a few of those guys as well. And then we've got some younger guys that have really stepped up, and I think they have a chance to contribute as well. But just overall, it happens every single year, usually with most teams, but with ours it seems to happen a lot, is guys kind of come out of nowhere just because of how hard they work and their confidence levels, and they perform at a high level whenever the season gets here. So hopefully they continue to do that, and we have a number of guys show out this year.
Now, Davis Little, your kicker is ranked 13th in the country after the May Southern Showcase. Have you tried kicking any long field goals with him to see where he's at?
Yeah, of course, at practice, you know, in our workouts over the summer, we'll let him get out there and kick some, and he's looked good. He's been to a lot of camps over the summer. You know, he's had to do that whole tour, and he's won a lot of the competitions. So he's had a great summer, and we're excited to see what he can do. And you know, if we need a long field goal, I'm going to throw him out there and let's see if he can do it. I'm confident he'll get it done.
Now, can a War Eagles fan expect any trick plays from you guys?
No, don't expect any trick plays. No, we're not afraid to throw a trick play in there every once in a while if we see something that might work. So possibly, yeah, absolutely.
Now, Coach, for what would you say the War Eagles' identity going into the season?
You know, I think our identity, it's hard to know until you get into pads. Just as the head coach, what I look for more than anything is 100% effort. I just want our guys playing as hard as they possibly can, whether it's on offense, defense, special teams, scout teams. If you're a starter or a backup, if you're on the field, have a lot of respect for each other and our team and what, you know, our brand. Just South Forsyth in general. If you step out there representing our colors, man, give it everything you got. And I think that if you can get a bunch of guys doing that and believing in each other and playing, like I said before, just playing for something bigger than yourself, I think that those are some important components to being successful.
Now, it's been a hot summer, and your team will know because you guys worked all summer workouts. Is there a specific thing you guys worked on this summer to become a better War Eagle team?
You know, I think that we're pretty strategic in how we go about our conditioning and things like that. We pick certain days to kind of challenge the guys to make sure that they're ready to go when the season hits, but also you got to be smart with how much you do so that their bodies are ready. So it's that balance between the physical and mental toughness on how much you can and can't do with them. I feel like with this group, we got to be a little bit careful because they've really bought into giving it everything they got. So if they're going to run sprints or if they're going to, you know, whether they're a backside receiver on offense or a backside corner on defense, these guys give it everything they've got. So we've got to really monitor how much we do with them when it comes to conditioning and testing them and all those things, because I think if we do too much with them, we'll lose their legs, and we don't want to do that as well. So these guys have answered the bell every time that we've challenged them, and they're just continuing to improve each and every day, and that's the goal.
Now, Coach, what has the defense improved this year to become shut down opponents and get more wins?
You know, defensively, the main thing is, again, it kind of comes back down to your assignment and then effort. You know, the first thing you got to do is run to the football. if everybody's not running to the football, they probably aren't going to play for very long for us. You have got to chase the football. You have to know what to do and how to line up and those things. So we want smart players, but we also want really aggressive players. So what our identity is, as far as scheme and things like that, I'm not real sure yet. It's just we've got to conquer those few things first. Just being able to just every single play fly to the football and do your job.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is your South Forsyth War Eagles. I'm Derrick Richemond, the sports reporter for Forsyth County News.